My name is William Paul Cunnane, but I go by Paul. I would actually have preferred to go by William, but I don't know why they called me Paul, but I'm Paul anyway. I was born in Mayo in a little village called Coogue, and there were 10 of us, 10 children. It was fun, I have to say. That was the best part of it. There was a lot of fun. There was chaos. We were poor, but you know, we had enough to eat and stuff like that. But we were quite poor. There was a period when my father came home from England that my mother and father fought a lot. From when I was, say, maybe like 9 to 15 or so, about that 5 years. And that was really unpleasant. They used to fight in front of us, and that really bothered me and affected my life, I think. Yeah. But it was magic as well, being free, playing football. School was horrific. I had a nightmarish experience in national school. The master he flogged me like a fucking donkey anyway. I was a horrible student. I couldn't concentrate. I never had books. So I used to get I was terrified going to school. That really ruined my childhood. Didn't ruin everything, but it had a tremendously negative effect on my childhood, you know.
10 siblings. Are you still can you tell us, are you still in contact?
I'm in contact with most of them. There's 2 that I don't really. Yeah, we just can't see eye to eye on anything anymore. Yeah, but it's the most important thing in my life are my other siblings. All of my siblings. I love all of them. You know.
What would have been your first job?
My very first job was working in a stall in Knock. These stalls for souvenirs and stuff like that. I got 10 shillings to work from like 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the evening, about 4 hours. A friend of mine and I started a landscaping business. We didn't know anything about anything. We just used my mother's car and a few shovels and stuff like that, but we had a lot of fun. Made some good money too, yeah, it was nice. I was in medical school here in Galway, and I had absolutely no interest in it. I didn't go to classes or labs or anything, and I managed to scrape through for a few years, but they caught up to me, you know, and it was a question of repeating years and all kinds of stuff I didn't want anything to do with. So I just fucked off to America, to New York. Because I had met a guy in a pub here. He was a fireman who worked as a roofer as well, and he says, if you ever come to America, I can get you a job, you know. So I started roofing in America and ended up doing that for 30 years. I went to San Francisco in 89. I arrived the day of the huge earthquake, the Loma Prieta earthquake in 1989. I was up on a roof in a place just out on the edge of New York City called Mount Vernon, and we saw all the smoke. We could see just the top of the Twin Towers, and we saw all the smoke and stuff. And a guy called us and told us what was going on. So the guy I was working with, an Italian guy, his first cousin was working on the 88th floor or something else like that, and he called her phone number and the phone was just dead. Oh, my sister had been on the roof the day before, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Could you tell us your transition from America back to here and how you ended up in Galway?
There was a major recession in America. Just everything fell apart, construction, everything. There was just nothing going on, you know, and I wasn't in a great state of mind at that time myself anyway, so I do what I usually do. I just legged it and came back here.
You have obviously a beautiful wife now, and you're stationed in Galway.
I live in Galway with Alessandra, yeah. Bumped into her in a pub just shortly after I came home. I was sitting at the bar in Monroe's one night, and these 2 students came in, they were older students, women. And I saw one of them and I said, that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen a face like that. And the other one came up and sat down beside me at the bar, and we were chatting a bit. And I asked her, "Who's your friend?" And she says, "Oh, Alessandra, come here." And that was it.
You remember the last time you were truly happy?
Oh yeah, that's easy. When I was playing football as a teenager. That's the closest thing I've ever experienced to just pure bliss, you know. Just, that's it, just bliss. I've never experienced anything like that after that. Yeah. It's a long time ago, but it's very clear in my memory, you know.
Yeah, yeah. What about do you have any regrets in life?
I regret virtually everything. Yeah, I would say I could name on one hand the number of decisions I've made that I don't regret. Yeah, and I always find it funny when people say they have no regrets. It has to be the most idiotic thing you can say. I mean, seriously. But yeah, I regret my life, the way I've lived it. Yeah.
If you were to give your younger self one piece of advice, in hindsight, what would it be?
Have kids.